Hi guys, I want to do a little video on word magic. So we obviously don't have proof that certain corporations are using doing actual magic. Obviously they're doing advertising campaigns and they're so they pick the right names for their businesses. So we don't have proof that they're exactly doing certain rituals. So anyway, so I want to talk about some word magic and how you can know if it's word magic, okay, if it's not normal. So for instance, whenever this is just an example. There's obviously another word, another trademark, another word that I usually say. But let's say, for instance, there's this common word. Let's say I'm like, oh, I feel so angry, and then every time I get angry, this is just an example, okay? And every time I get angry, then I wanna watch or play. I don't know if it's a game or what. I've never tried. I just wanted to find an example. So then every time I say I'm angry, then I feel like watching or playing Angry Birds. That's just an example. So you need to see if there are certain words that you use that sound similar, that are a simile to the word the word that's the trademark or the name of something that you if a certain word that you say to yourself triggers you to go and do a certain activity at a specific place with a word that's very similar or in some way linked. So that's one way that maybe there's word magic involved. Yeah, so word magic, so words are also they are part of numerology, and then numerology is part of some other stuff. So there are certain religious belief systems or religious systems that I don't really want to talk about because I don't want to endorse them and I don't like them. I mean, I usually speak about them in a negative way. So certain religious systems, they will use numerology and word magic. So they will, a lot of corporations, they will use certain they'll call their businesses a certain name. So that sort of sounds like a common name that you're gonna a common word that you use in your everyday language, and then it just sort of triggers you to go and patronize their businesses, okay? So also this could also apply to maybe a friend or whatever. If maybe there's a certain friend that you always go and talk to, always confide in, and if things start to go wrong, you can see you can just sort of monitor the words you use. Maybe write down what kind of what you were saying to yourself or what you were saying before you got triggered to go and go and have a conversation with someone you feel could be toxic in some way, in your life or whatever. It can also apply, like, for instance, if you have a maybe a romantic relationship, and certain words that you say or certain words that you hear other people say trigger you to call this person. But obviously you have to see if it could have been some kind of like like someone pre-planned it or something, like maybe they gave you a certain like what's it called, a gift card or something, a card, and it was saying something specific, and then whenever you hear that thing, then you get triggered, So just like realize that certain words that you use or say or hear could be a trigger, and that someone could be doing word magic on you. And so one of the remedies would be to change your language. So for instance, if I say, oh, I feel so angry, and then suddenly I want to watch Angry Birds or whatever. I'm not sure if it's a game or a video, but anyway, what I could do is I could just change my language and say, oh, I feel furious, something like that, okay? Or whatever. You can just change, because a lot of the times we can't really change what other people are doing. We can't change other people's trademarks, how they do business. We can't really change the past. We can't change that someone gave us a certain card with certain messages. We can't really change the past, but we can change something within ourselves. We can change our own behavior. So one of the best ways to deal with word magic is just to change your language a little bit. Change the language you use when you're thinking aloud or when you're thinking to yourself. It's not always easy, especially when you're so used to using certain words, especially common words, and then now you have to find a different word to use. But it's worth it. It can really help you. It can especially help you if you feel like you're addicted to a certain place or a certain product or a certain person or a certain situation. Just change your language a little bit, okay? What else did I want to say? So we're just talking about word magic for today, and then maybe tomorrow I'll tell you about. I might talk about how to know if there are like ghosts around you, how to see, not exactly see them, but how to sort of see signs that they might be there. Yeah, so that's all for today. Ciao, bye.